Hi everybody, long time no talk. I'm coming to you from my car. Um, Again, I know you guys missed the videos that I do in my car. This is just about the only place I have some peace and quiet. Anyway, a lot has taken place since my last update. My last update, I had just gotten a new job. I worked there for a week, so that was just like something that just almost kind of didn't happen. It was a horrible place to work. They didn't offer benefits, they did no training. They just pretty much set you there and expected you to ask questions about everything, which is good to ask questions at a job, especially when you're learning, but it should be based upon some type of training because every EHR is different, so they should at least do training on that. But yeah, they didn't do any of that. It was just a small practice that was just very quaint, and the doctor was a little neurotic and superstitious. Like, he wanted to do an interview with me and his wife. His wife was not an employee, it was just his old Christian wife, and he's like, yeah, she wants to interview you. And I think it was just a lot of weird things about the place. And coming just out of school, I wanted to just accept whatever job was offered me, because I know a lot of places are not willing to train or hire someone without experience. But fortunately, I did get a recommendation, since I am certified, to a place that only accepts certified medical assistants. So after I looked for another job and I got hired here, and I love it. They do very thorough training and good benefits, good pay. It's just like, this is the place I should have started at. Instead of just accepting the first job that was offered me, I should have had more, exercised my agency a bit more to be a little bit selective, because the other place, like, I just had some, hesitance to accept that job. But I tried to make the best of it and just say, oh yeah, they're offering me a position, I don't have experience, so I'm just gonna take it. So this job is like 10 times better, and I love it. I love the people here. I know a lot of MAs, I guess some of them can be a little like catty. That's like for any workplace is gonna have that kind of dynamic where some people gossip, some people like try to click up and like talk about other people. I know one of my friends had that experience at her job where the girls are just really kind of just malicious with their gossip, and they talk about everybody, like even people who are just be like she said, like, girls will be in a group gossiping about someone, and then somebody will walk away from that group, and then they'll start talking about the girl that just walked away. I'm like, oh God, I'm glad I don't have to experience that. But yeah, it's really good. I'm happy, I'm satisfied with this job, and I'll come back to you guys a little bit later to update you on how my training's going and anything else. All right, bye. Hi, so I'm back on the next day. I'm here to update you guys on the new job. In my second week of training, I guess for the first 3 months, I'm gonna just be doing training and shadowing people and getting to know how the different doctors work. I'm on a float position, so that means I'll be going all over to the different campuses and different locations, helping different doctors, working with different patients all throughout their different campuses. I like that because I'm building a foundation of my skill set, and also learning more about different doctors and their personalities and how they like to do things. So I'm super adaptable anyway, so I'll be able to adjust to different workloads and different pacing and different way of doing things. So I like that. This company is really good. Like, a lot of people have been here for a while and they say they like it. They say really good things about it. They definitely treat you very well. Like, even though I'm a float position, you know, I'm stationed at a desk, and, you know, when I'm here on the main campus, I'll be able to, you know, work from there, and it's great. Like, I didn't think that they would give a float like a station, so I'm happy about that. I feel like they definitely know how to take care of their employees, and I feel very valued with my pay, my benefits, you know, the training that they're doing. Opportunities for growth is really good, and those are some of the things that, you know, you should look for going into MA profession, because I mean, there's one thing to get experience, and there's another thing to, you know, like your job. Because if you don't like your job and you dread going there every morning, then you're probably not gonna, you know, do your best, and you're not going to want to be there. It's not like it's like a hostile environment for some people who don't like their jobs. So even going in, I would say, you know, try to be a little bit selective about where you work. I know when I was in externship, I was just like, yeah, even if you don't like your job, you know, you should take it just to get experience. Like I say, even then, you do have to exercise, you know, some discernment, and, you know, vet your employers, ask them questions. If it doesn't line up for you, I would just wait. Like, I know I'm just like changing the whole what I said before, but, you know, based upon my experience so far, if the job doesn't give you benefits, like the first job, it didn't give me benefits, and like after a year you get benefits, and it's like seeing the same provider that you work for. So that's like really crummy. Like, it was a very crummy place, and just kind of unprofessional. The girls there, they were okay, but, you know, it's like kind of big fish small pond kind of thing with most of them. They have the experience, but it's just like not a good place to work. So it's like, why are you staying here? I don't understand why they stayed there, but, you know, somebody has to do the job. I guess there's some reason that they wanted to. I guess they tried to like push this like family type of environment. We all get along, we all like each other. Since it's a small place, you know, that would be like probably like a selling point for some people. It was a selling point for me. It's like I got along with the girls at first, but then one of the girls she was weird. She was like very dominant and domineering, and condescending too. She was doing a lot of my training, and she had to do her own job as well as training, and they never set aside any official time to train me. So it's just like, I'll tell you what I can when I can, and if you have a question, ask as it comes up. And, you know, that's just like leaving patients on hold to go ask questions without, you know, just throwing me in there like to sink or swim. And I was swimming very well, but the doctor seemed to think that you know, without training, I was just gonna have like a load of questions, like, which I did ask a lot of questions, but he felt like I wasn't doing enough, which is a lie. It's a complete lie. I take initiative, I'm very hardworking, and he just didn't acknowledge that. So yeah, definitely find a place that appreciates and values you. Medical assistants, they do a lot. Like, they make sure the office runs smoothly. They make sure, you know, the doctors are on schedule. They make sure a lot of things. They do a lot of office procedures and testing and things like that. It's pretty much the backbone of any kind of medical practice. So to have a company that appreciates that, understands that, values that, is just like indispensable when, you know, you're looking for a job. So I think I lucked out big time, but then I was also setting my standards very low with the first position, thinking that, you know, I can grow with the company, and thinking that I could grow to like it, even though they didn't really take care of their employees. It was very meager benefits, meager pay, and yeah, I should have gone with this company first. Like I said, I took the first offer that was presented to me, and I didn't really you know, weigh the pros and cons. I barely that was like the first time I interviewed too, so it's like they offered me the job pretty much on the spot. So I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, yeah, job offer right on my first interview, great. But yeah, definitely interview at a bunch of places. If you have to tell them like I'll get back to you at the end of the week, or like give them a set time that you'll get back to them after you interview at other places, and definitely compare and contrast what environment's going to be best for you to grow, to learn. Definitely make sure they do training. Like that's just like, that should be a deal breaker. If they don't do training, then no, like how do they expect you to flourish within the company if they don't even take the time out to like train you? Benefits, like it's a full-time gig. Like me personally, I have health conditions that I need to make sure I can see a doctor regularly. So benefits, not having benefits should have been a deal breaker for me, but my standards were low because I thought just because I was new, I didn't, I had to gain those things. Shouldn't be presented to me like first things first, here's your benefit package, here's your, great pay, whatever. But then I did get certified, so I could have been a little bit pickier. But yeah, I'm here now and I love it. What's up with the sunlight? It's all washed out now. Yeah, so I could have been a bit pickier, and I'm just so blessed like to have the position that I have now, and I love the people I work with. And I was very cautious coming into this job because my first experience. So I was like, before I start liking it, I'm gonna make sure that I'm here, just make sure that I'm solid before I just say, oh, I love it. Because last time I said I liked the job, and I was just, it wasn't coming from a perspective of experience. So now with a little bit of experience, I can say that even without experience, I think the place that I'm at now is good. It's great. And the people who work here say the same thing. Like before, it's like the other girls at the other place would say, they had some things. They're like, oh, you'll get used to it, kind of thing. The doctor's a little funny acting, but you'll adjust. And they told me things like that, and that should have been a red flag. I have to adjust to this doctor's neurotic behavior. And then like during the morning meetings, he would it's just like socially awkward, and kind of like tone deaf to people to how people react. And the girls, I noticed, they didn't feel comfortable talking openly to him. They didn't feel comfortable asking questions. They didn't feel comfortable saying anything, like bringing up concerns, and that should have been a red flag, and it wasn't. So yeah, definitely vet your employer, ask them questions, and weigh your options. Definitely don't just jump in from no experience to like a crappy job, because it's not going to work out long term. So yeah, I have to get back. Jeez. Okay, bye.